also have Wind Ranger plus Tusk combo, which is old school as well. Going for with the Focus Fire tag team, you get on top of a hero. That hero just disappears.
That's a good shout. Yeah, that's a good one. I mean, we do have this like attack speed slow and stuff from Jakiro that can be a little annoying in the lane for the Tusk. But yeah, once Whitemon starts pairing up with some other heroes, can definitely get the job done.
Well, attack speed slow could also be pretty bad for Jakiro because tag team does have aura now.
Yeah, that's true. Like he's gonna try and hit people, and just like lifting his head, not spitting anything out.
And to go through some of the changes from the previous patch, Bristleback, he got hit pretty heavily by Ice Frog. Max damage on Quill Spray has been decreased by 50. Damage threshold from 225 on his Bristleback. That's now level 4, so you need to max it out. People were using only level 1. And then getting, stats and Hairball cast range. Talent has been nerfed. Cooldown has been increased on Hairball. So a lot of not even small nerfs. These are like 4 or 5 relatively big nerfs to Bristleback.
Some interesting moves here as Tundra come out into that dire triangle, double block the camps with sentries. Observer ward on opposing sides of the mid lane. Neither of them was spotted. And Dire with a bit of vision over in the Radiant Triangle, scouting to see if any stacks are being made. Potential rotations from this Dark Willow or the Tusk. Nemo in the mid lane. Just going to wander through. There's Whitemon in immersion. Grab the Watcher. Yeah, Wraith King Dark Willow. Whitemon's Tusk getting bottom with the Kunkka. As PYW returns to his lane. So double melee playing into Eidolons. Tomato's going to line up these Tidebringers very well.
It's going to be a lot of harassment onto those Eidolons, but he's starting with Malefice level 1. They know. New, very experienced when it comes down to laning. We've seen very good adjusting yesterday when there was off-lane Naga Siren yesterday against Gyro. They picked it last pick, 9 Pandas against Team Liquid, and then Gyro 5 decided to get Flag level 1 to deal with those Naga Siren illusions. One of the reasons why New is not getting the Demonic Summoning engaged.
Oh, well, Shearer just comes straight out of the first blood. Level 1, Quill Spray, Dual Breath, chase him down, take the kill. As Immersion, he was wandering off to try and block up the small camp. Whitemon, in the meantime, getting battered by PYW and New, and he'll lose his life even using Fairy Fire to die afterwards.
It wasn't even Dual Breath, it was Liquid Fire. He started...
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I haven't seen that before. Maybe he did not want to give him like Magic Stick because it's a big difference in terms of cooldown and damage. Liquid Fire is a 16-second cooldown ability, Dual Breath 10 seconds. This is the first time I see it. Apart from pubs, there a lot of weird things happen.
Misclicks, yeah. Accidents happen. Well, New steps up to dodge the torrent. Tomato taking a significant amount of damage here. The harassment from this tree grab. Avalanche spam by PYW. An interesting spot for the lane to be in because you got the drag back of Enigma usually bringing things back, the Tidebringer trying to shove things forward, but the wave is still in front of this Radiant Tier 1, so a good place for Tundra to be.
Interesting. New is not skilling Eidolons. He's playing without it. Might be thinking about, I don't know, Midnight Pulse. And there it is. He actually got it.
Wow. Just don't even bother leveling it up, yeah. And usually want these Eidolons to like deny creeps, get rid of the farm from the enemy carry, but maybe he's got Tidebringer. Why bother? Just go the other direction.
You know what's the play now on Kunkka? You don't level Tidebringer. Just kidding. No, it's not doable. New is staying one step ahead and you can't counter it now.
Uncounterable. Yeah, you need that Tidebringer to farm out some stacks. You have to build up some Ancients for him. Mid lane currently very even between the two. As PYW down bottom, being chased out by Wybon and Tomato. Let's see if they can keep on going with a blood grenade. The chase on Tiny here should result in a kill.
So what you can do with Enigma is put the second point in Malefice and then get Demonic Summoning. Don't use it in the lane. Just wait for jungle time. PYW, he's going in one more time. Tomato, very low. Doesn't have much region left. Has something being brought on the courier. A couple of tangos.
And top lane, Immersion. Having cool sprays thrown at him relentlessly. Kasane having to back up at the same time. It looks like Wyu Smile able to reclaim his small camp for the pulls. Should be able to drag that back. Always interesting to see this Dazzle mid. So often a lane matchup winner, but against the Wind Ranger you mentioned, Windrun doesn't care about this poison touch. Just pop it and run away, gather up the runes. You see here the support looking to guard the water runes and block Emo in with the shards. Tries to walk around the igloo, trapped against the staircase now, and Whitemon with the body blocks. Wyu Smile is here to offer a little bit of safety, but a snowball forward stuns up the Dazzle under the tier 1 tower. Power shot and the final click as immersion was required. That Bramble, vital to get the takedown on the Dazzle. Trading out for the Tusk, but Wyu Smile backs up.
Another water rune. Bryle will pick this one up. Tundra bringing in numbers. Kasane still farming really well in the top lane. Sitting at 23 and 5. Adjusting his item build, getting Chainmail as his first item against Bristleback to have some extra protection.
Yeah, nice little adaptation. You can see his quick buy there for the Wraith King as well, right? Just get the boots, get the wand, get the Radiance. That's what you need. We've seen plenty of offlaners do this. You know, Ace comes to mind, Radiance into that Aghanim Scepter. Double bracer for the Enigma down bottom with Hand of Midas queued. He's just looking to tank himself up in this laning stage against the Tusk and the Kunkka. And everyone getting a decent amount of farm. Dazzle the only one maybe straggling a little bit.
This is not your typical emo hero that comes to my mind when we talk about him. It's mostly the heroes that do go in, mostly the Spirit, Storm Spirit, Ember Spirit. But needs to adjust the current meta.
Kasane
Again,
with his Skelly
Wyu
boys.
Smile making a move, going through the gates.
So he is. Down to bottom with the Midnight Pulse onto the Kunkka. Look at that damage from Tiny and Jakiro. Tomado with a Fairy Fire. Staying up and running. X-Mark, Torrent, Wyu Smile caught up, and Immersion's rotation gets them the kill. PYW trying to stick around, but goes under the tower and gets the aggro on him, while in the mid lane, Emo dies. Movement in from the Tusk, swapping the supports around from lane to lane, gets the kills for Tundra, and keeps Tomado alive.
Oh, Tomado, he
Avalanche.
went back. Blood Grenade, it's not going to be enough to take him down.
And now Whitemon's here, gets the vision for the snowball to go forward. Lotus trying to be grabbed up by PYW, he succeeds in that, eats it up, but trapped in the shards. And New in those brambles, can't get the finishing touch on the Dark Willow.
They're so
and
low.
Things start to become really scary now for LGD. Whitemon just keeps on hitting them over and over again, but a rotation from Emo now added into the mix. Gets a kill on the Tusk at long last.
Both Tomado and Immersion were so low, but they needed some extra damage. Emo coming to the bottom lane, slightly too late. He's still level 5. Windranger just hit level 7 in the mid lane.
Well, they're diving bottom. Tomado was trying to pull this small camp. Does get a big two-man torrent there, ticking lower to the Poison Touch and the Liquid Fire, so finished off in the end. As Wyu Smile gets dragged back, Ice Path's up, Fairy Fire there, the heal from Emo. Oh, no way, is Wyu Smile allowed to live here? New, not level 6 yet, but has
3
Malphite
seconds
and Midnight
until
Pulse.
Windrun.
Bryle, Windrun in a second, but the magic damage overwhelms the Wind Ranger.
Whew, that damage over time. Poison Touch, anything from Jakiro, Malefice, if you're sitting inside the Midnight Pulse. These are the 2 kills that they should not get. Whitemon gets the deny, toss back, 2 points in toss, should be enough.
Yeah, there's 4 LGD heroes down here now. Snowball and a Torrent used to try and buy a bit of space for Whitemon, but he's being surrounded by LGD. Wyu Smile nearly dropping there to the Shadow Realm hits. It does stay up thanks to Dazzle.
The biggest winner of this one is Kasane. He's like, yeah, guys, keep doing this. I'm going to be the real carry of the game. Starts the creep skip, gets the skeletons, summons them immediately. Right now, about to take over the first on the net worth and going into Radiance. I feel like LGD are on the clock in this game because you do have Bristle as your carry. You're playing against Wind Ranger plus Tusk, Focus Fire tag team combo that we talked about, and also Silver Edge carrier Bright King. So gonna be relatively difficult for Bristle. He does have extra survivability from Dazzle, from the tossbacks, any support items from Wyu Smile, but yeah, I feel like if you're talking about the 65-minute game, that they're gonna have a hard time scaling.
All right, they've got to pick up the pace, get some stuff done. That's when we've got 3 heroes down bottom. And we're looking at that tier 1, maybe considering the twin gate play out towards top to keep tabs on Kasane as he does continue farming, like you're saying. But in the mid lane, that deep Radiant Observer Ward sees the Jakiro in behind the Dazzle. Start off on Emo with Whitemon Snowball. New has arrived though, and the Black Hole's ready, so Tundra not wanting to go diving too deep, just let the tusk fall.
They want
and
Kasane.
LGD trying to play very quickly here, yeah, bouncing from one lane to the other. Stuns will come. BYW gets the catch on Kasane. He does have 1 charges here for the reincarnation to come. Oh, he's aiming for Emo. A lot of damage to the way of the Dazzle. First life gone, and look at the Radiant heroes coming in. They want to guard this Wraith King. Wind Rangers arriving with the Dark Willow in tow. Emo in trouble. 1 crit, not enough. Another hit's going to arrive from Tomato in a second with the Wraithfire Blast. They've got the kill, and Immersion with a killing spree finds BYW. Now, with the X-Mark boat, they've found the Bristleback. Tons of stuns, but not enough damage for now. Just leave Shiro here and go back to farming.
Emo couldn't get close enough to use Poison Touch on Wraith King, and also had Regeneration Rune, but the skeletons are on top of him. Has to be like one of the most annoying things in Dota at the moment, because he summons those skeletons. If you're a support hero who can't deal with, you don't have any kind of AoE, they're gonna be resummoned even if you kill them, and then there's no, like, you can't kill them, and even if you do, you get like 10 gold total for killing skeletons.
It's not worth it.
It's really not worth your time.
Just keep a smoke on you. Everybody buy a smoke. Run away from those bloody skellies. Midas for New. That's the first use out of it. So, double bracer, Midas, and the arcane boots. What is the actual item that New is aiming for this game?
Blink BKB, I think.
Yeah.
Like he wants to be able to scale in this game. Octarine Core, someone needs to scale, because Dazzle, he's straight up not having a good time. Emo, again, lowest net worth core 10 minutes into the game, but Dazzle is not that type of a hero that can move around the map and gank. Like, you want to farm that Aghanim Scepter. It's the big item. That's the big timing for you.
Yeah, and PYW wanting that blink as well. Slowly does it for LGD, looking to hit that critical mass. And Tundra, well, they've smoked up this Kunkka and Tusk. Going through the twin gate up top. No one is there though. Bristleback has tucked himself in a little deeper in that northern jungle. Might show himself now though. Is this a good read from Tundra if they can get on top of Shiro here? Whitemon not going straight for the snowball, just allowing Kasane to catch up. They forced a reaction. The boat and the X mark in towards the Bristleback as well. Catch the Tiny on the left-hand side. And that's Tundra making sure that LGD aren't comfortable, and they'll return back to that bottom lane to keep on farming.
Very difficult to gank with the heroes that they have. Tiny is going for phase boost, so that's going to be a little bit of a help. But Blink Dagger is not going to come anytime soon. PYW sitting at only 13. CS has 3 deaths to his name. New.
The Blade Mail Kunkka. X mark and a snowball. New losing a lot of his HP inside the Midnight Pulse though, and better heals arriving. The Enigma stays up and running, and LGD this time the ones to respond with numbers.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
What LGD is looking for is double Aghanim Scepter timing. I see Why You Smile going for mech, so they want to tank up as much as possible. New going for the Blink Dagger, and then you'll have Tiny with whatever, potentially a Blink Dagger, but I don't think he's going to be able to match this timing that others are going to be getting in the next 3-4 minutes.
Was Brawl going for a solo kill here? He's a little sneaky devil in behind, but the shackle shot doesn't latch. Nor does the power shot properly. Emo, no points in grave though. Backup from New has arrived with a black hole, a second too short, and the terrorize is there. Brawl taking a few tower hits on the way out, but looks like he's fine with a haste rune to run away.
Haste rune and wind run. I think at this point, how the game is developing, you need to put 1 point in Shallow Grave, just for the value of it. I know it's not the longest duration, 3.5 seconds, but could make the difference there. Maybe you reply the Poison Touch, gives you another Shadow Wave in those 3.5 seconds. Because now you don't feel like a core. You're sitting at 4.5k net worth, almost same amount as your position 5. Let's see the power of Tag Team plus Focus Fire, which is not available.
No,
Rest of the
Shiro.
team.
Too tanky. Throwing all the goo back at Tomato, but the objective is claimed to get the tier 1 tower. Kasane with even more cash influx. Closing in on that Radiance, just, what, 600 gold away now. This is going to be 15 minutes. Radiance up on this Wraith King. And that's, like you said, going to cause some problems for LGD. Not quite at their Aghanim Scepters yet. Bristleback, 200 gold off it.
Dyer's middle tower
Dazzle still needs tons of time. And they're also waiting for Black Hole to come off cooldown as well.
We also mentioned some of the answers that Tundra's going to have against this Bristleback. I see Tibato itemizing against it, going for Casual Crystallis, all these cheap items, Blade Mail, and then he will have Silver Edge, so potentially double break mechanic, focus fire, tag team. I don't think Bristol's going to have that good of a time in the mid-late game. If it comes down to that, LGD, kind of hard to get rid of that tag that they had for years.
Yeah.
LGD,
It's like IGG2 as well, right?
yeah, it's gonna take a while to get used to it. So
Radiant are scanning.
LGD will need to speed things up. Like they want to be the ones fighting, compared to like previous game where you felt like, even though the game was 65 minutes long, that Tundra, they were on the clock, but eventually they managed to get the farm and drag the game for over an hour.
Well, up at top, Whitemon thinking about going through the Twin Gate, but look who is already on the other side of the door. 3 heroes come back through to follow Roshan as he goes down to his pit. Immersion and Brile coming down here with Tomato. Kasane has his Radiance, but he's sat up top. TP ready, Twin Gate available if he wants to join in. PYW is the first point of contact for now. Shackle shot on Jakiro to stop any camp initiation. They blow up the Tiny and aim for the Jakiro now. Kasane joins in, so a couple of swift, easy kills there for Tundra.
Ooh, an interesting build from Brile coming out. Windranger needed to have different item build. It was Road of Atos, Gleipnir before, but ever since we changed how Road of Atos is being built, it's not a Windranger item. So now people are buying Dragonlance for that extra attack range. Synergizes nicely with your ulti, gives you agility and strength, which does give you damage since you are a universal hero. And now going into Manta style. Again, an item that is very popular on these universal heroes, but you can also dispel so many things in this game. Malefice, Goo, Dazzle's Poison Touch, anything from Jakiro.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of great use cases for it. And Kasane trying to convert all of that net worth he's farmed into a bit of damage. Shoves it onto PYW. And the rest of the squad are arriving here. Brile not landing that shackle shot perfectly, but he's going to have a poke here at the Tiny again. LGD not really comfortable in their own skin, sat behind that tier 2, hoping that Tundra would dive. A good patient play there from the Radiant, just to have a bit of a poke, fall back. You've taken control of the jungle. Now you can come into the mid lane, continue farming, swing bottom and pressure Shiro. And it really is very nice movement across the map from them. There's no room on the map to feel comfortable as LGD.
They know that they definitely need to do something in the next few minutes. Emo needs another 800 gold to finish off his Aghanim Scepter. Shiro has his Ags ready, plus Shard. They want to get Roche and try to snowball out of control. But so far, Tundra, again, same as in the previous game. They're the one dodging the fights, getting the most farm out of the map. And also setting things up around Roche. Right now, Kasane is being scouted, but that's extremely difficult kill to get.
Yeah, I mean, you do have this threat of the black hole, right? New is getting closer to BKB. This Enigma, always going to be a threat. A scary guy. Blink Dagger for PYW, 500 or so gold away for him. Clearing out that mid wave, but Tundra. How many we got here? 4 heroes for the Tiny. Couple of spells chucked his way. Mega kill streak for Immersion. And Tiny's blink delayed. Indeed, you're in bottle up for Brile now as well, so could be looking for that next target.
Tundra needs to keep doing what they're doing, getting the kill, delaying the game. Every single time they get any kind of a kill, good 30-40 seconds, that's a big dub for them.
I'm just sweeping across this map. They're the only place that LGD feel happy is where the Bristleback is. He can shove out a lane, he can farm the double ancients. And they will gather around that dire triangle. Let's see if Tundra have a go at this. I mean, there is still a tier 1 tower standing there. And break past that before they can really have a crack at stopping LGD's farming patterns. Look at that Spirit Vessel for immersion. Another way to deal with the Bristleback.
Is under attack.
BKB up for Tomato. I did see, Kasane picked up a Blink Dagger, so a form of initiation there to go along with the Tusk Snowball.
Finally, a Blink Dagger on PYW. 19 minutes into the game, not too bad considering like how some of the ganks went. He was really poor. Difficult to farm with Tiny, because what you want to do with Hero, you want to gank, but if you're showing on the lane, that also means that you're not ganking, and you can't really farm neutrals. You need a lot of mana sustain.
That's been a long time coming. The Dazzle Aghanim Scepter. Bryle already has his Manta style. What a good 3,000 net worth ahead.
There it is, Dazzle with his companions.
Go on then, Emo.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Kill off that Tormentor. Just don't die, please. Graves himself. Last Shadow Wave is there. All 5 couriers to help him out. Beautifully done.
Jakiro got it. He's like, yeah, I've sent a courier there. It's better. Like, it's Tiny is the worst. If you're playing position 4 Tiny, you don't want to get it. Because, like, he doesn't have attack speed to farm. He has 1 point in tree grab anyway.
It just makes your buyback more expensive.
Yeah.
Tundra. Looks like they're itching for a team fight here. Bryle smoked up, leading the charge. New is about 1,000 away from his BKB. Doesn't really want to get bogged down in any kind of engagement right now. LGD still looking for this timing to coincide for all of their heroes. It's been a slow and steady march towards it. As New is going to get caught out, but the Grave maybe delaying things. Allow the new Enigma to escape, but there's a nicely timed Shadow Realm hit from Immersion to kill him off.
4 points in Shadow Realm. I think if that's like 3 points in Shadow Realm and 1 point in Curse Crown, he doesn't die there.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Dire's bottom
Kasane getting a free,
under attack.
getting a free Wisdom Rune. Still one on the left side of the map as well. It's another one of these very deliberate games where you can feel the tension really rising. One team fight.
Ooh, didn't time that right. BYW manages to blink out.
Just
Dire's
about, yeah.
bottom tower is under attack.
Is What You Smile going to be allowed to get away with this one? A
Looks
minute
like
late
it.
to the Wisdom Rune, but he's going to snag it. Kasane is just an inevitable force. Wraithkin getting bigger and bigger. Taking down a free Roshan, it looks like, with no contest from LGD. Should be an Aegis here for Bryle.
Focus Fire
feels-
tag team. We finally see it in action, maxed out. And Kasane, he's been pretty silent. You know, he's the true carry of this game. He does scale much better than Kunkka, especially when you talk about the right-click damage, which Tomato opted to go for.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah, true. Like, we're not going to see the Torrent Storm or anything just yet. Do you think, like, he's got to go back for it, right?
Eventually.
Eventually?
Yeah. But I think he could have gotten like 1-2 items and then still swap for the Aghanim Scepter build.
Radiant's
Because
middle tower is under attack.
Kuka still has that issue where he can't deal
Shiro?
with right clicks. Shiro. Yeah, that's what we were talking about. Tag team, focus fire. You don't feel as tanky.
My one weakness. The soft and squishy underbelly of the Bristleback. Very nice placement there from the rest of Tundra, just standing in front of him. Well, Kunkka does get that X-Mark drag. I do have the looming threat of this black hole, but New still needs time, still needs items. Tundra can start running away with this if Tomato's allowed to get these grabs. Looking at the solo kill here,
Dire's
the
middle
damage
tower is
Oh! Oh! Was that the Malefice tick on the Blade Mail?
Yeah. Blade Mail got him in the end. He's not too happy about that one.
I'd be pissed. Oh my dear lord. Toss back from PYW. Gonna send White One back behind tier 2. Now the focus from Kasane, though, looking at that kill. The grave onto Jakiro buys a bit of time for Why You Smile as PYW slips away, barely surviving. Why You Smile's the one to die as Tiny does escape with his life. LGD lose 2 heroes still, though. And Tundra, this map, it just gets bigger and bigger for them. They're shoving LGD all the way back into their base.
This one's looking really rough for LGD. I know that they managed to make a comeback in the previous one with almost 30k gold deficit, but in this one, it's going to be super difficult. They're just getting picked off left and right. LGD is missing their timing. This Bristleback that was supposed to be like super tanky is not tanky at all. They might try to go in one more time. White One is there. So is Braille holding on to Aegis. They also managed to snatch the Aegis away from LGD. And going back to Aghanim Scepter now and Wind Ranger.
Yeah, it really is very slow and steady, deliberate stuff. And Tundra, they know they don't need to mess around. They can kind of wait for LGD to come to them. Just sit up on high ground, take positions on the map. You know you're stronger than your opponents in every conceivable way right now. Net worth, kill lead, Aegis being held. Kasane, level 16. Nasty, nasty looking Wraith King. Just sitting in front of 5 enemy heroes. Not a care in the world. Dire does have a bit of vision down here. So they see the 2. Avalanche toss onto the Wraith King, trying to focus in onto Kasane. Backup is arriving though, so with this Aghanim Scepter and his first life used up, should have Immersion arriving with a good Terrorize now to send them back. So Kasane survives, and Tundra can think about their reinitiation.
PYW hunting. He wants someone.
Tomado's here with an X mark, though, and Why You Smile's caught up in the torrent. Shiro with PYW, the toss-up. Shiro was the one that got caught out by it. Tiny, not the perfect initiation from him. And Kasane's in the back. They've got an Ice Path down, the Grave onto New. Black Hole's ready, throws it in onto the Tusk and the Wind Ranger. The damage is substantial, but you've got the Wraiths up. The Ghosts are coming back to fight with a vengeance. Kasane moving forward aggressively onto Shiro. Curse Crown's there.
He needs another Grave.
Thrown out. They do need more heals and Graves with this Bristleback, but I don't think it can get done. Emo Graves himself to run away. The buyback of Why You Smile is going to turn into a dieback in a second. And Tundra just running rampant. PYW finally kills Tomato. But Tundra looking like the victors in this one.
Wind Ranger's chasing Emo. Had to, as you said, self-grave there in that fight because Bristleback got pulled back by X-Mark and Emo was not in range, so he had to do something about it. And yeah, you can feel that Dazzle is not really dealing the damage in those fights. It's sitting at like 4,000. Bristleback is like at 8,000. The rest of the team also not dealing too much damage. It was a good combo where he used the Grave onto Enigma, Midnight Pulse into Black Hole, but still, Wraith King with the Aghanim Scepter. This is kind of an Aghanim Scepter rush. This is Radiance into Blink Dagger, Aghanim Scepter third item, which does allow them to survive long enough. So even if you get the Black Hole, you're still gonna die afterwards. Black Hole is only 4 seconds. This Wraith King lasts for way too long. 7 seconds death delay.
Well, Terrorize into the mid lane now. Tiny graved up, surviving, power shot, the final touch, Immersion gets the kill. And Kasane, he's got reincarnation ready, so even though he dies, he will respawn, come back to life. Back in the live game, 10k lead for Tundra, and they're just keeping their foot down, making sure there is no breathing room here for LGD. With Black Hole down, there is no teamfight capability. They are fully reliant on his Bristleback with Dazzle behind him to do anything in these battles. And Brawl knows he's got freedom now. Run around, dancing circles around this Bristleback. BKB and Grave is there for Shiro. Macropire trying to give him a little bit of cover as well. Snowball's going to go deep into tier 3s here. Oh, Shiro barely surviving through the power shot. And there's the Wraith up for the Tusk. He'll die in the end eventually. Tundra maybe going a little bit too far.
Still, you can feel the power of Tundra's lineup where people are so tanky. You got the Rum buff, you have Aghanim Scepter Wraith King, Shadow Realm. Wind Ranger with Wind Run. There's no nullifier whatsoever. Snowball saves. It's just extremely difficult to lock onto one hero and kill it.
It must be such a weird feeling as well, going from like a 70-minute high-octane game, adrenaline pumping, into this very, very deliberate, methodical game from Tundra. Not giving LGD any room to maneuver. Like, it always feels like LGD, even before this 10k lead, right, when it was a little bit closer, a little bit more competitive, it still feels like LGD are an item behind. Dazzle needs another item. Bristleback needs his Assault Cuirass, more armor, more protection.
Now Immersion does have that Curse Crown upgraded, so even more Brambles, which is going to be more difficult to get away from the Shallow Grave. Like, you get Shallow Grave, you're still going to be in the spot, and they're going to get the kill afterwards. I think Neo needs to land, like, some perfect 3-4 man black holes.
I mean, even before that, though, it feels like they need to, like, toss back the Wraith King, kill him twice, so there's no there's no Aghanim Scepter nonsense with the Wraiths popping up, and then a 4-man black hole. Otherwise, you've got this Tusk and Dark Willow just pumping out so much control. LGD gonna smoke up.
Radiant are scanning.
4 members all together. Bristleback is out in the open, so dangling him in front of that bottom creep wave. Wraith King Skeleton's going to come across and say howdy. And they see Kasane there. They're pinging him out. Wraith King going to get jumped. Bounty rune for PYW and a toss back. Here is step 1. Kill the Wraith King
team
once.
is coming.
Where's step 2? Can you kill him twice before the saves arrive? The Wraith, he's moved away, drifting down to the low ground, so Kasane's dead. Now can they chase forward? Tiny avalanche toss sends him into the sky, but Whitemon with Timado doing some good damage onto PYW, but there's the blink black hole from New. Wind Ranger, Tusk both caught inside, terrorized, trying to push them away. Bryle pops himself out with illusions, but still dies. Shiro with a double kill, but can't stop the TP home.
Oof, maybe the play there, it's a high QI play. Maybe not. Maybe the Eidolons were not close enough. It's to move Eidolons close to that Centaur so that there's 3 or more units, and then you get stunned, because they had none left. But overall, a good fight for LGD. This is the best fight that they showed so far. Having that Wraith King kill, as like killing him first allows Neo to land the black hole, which does give them more kills afterwards. Because if he lands a black hole onto like one hero and there's Wraith King around, that hero's not even gonna die.
Well, he wasn't far off there, New. He nearly had a 4-man black hole. Tomato and Immersion just out of range.
Yeah, the Eidolons were too far away.
Yeah.
Again, Emo. Be
One more
careful,
time.
Emo. Gonna grave himself immediately, and PYW gets it. There was a chance between him and Neo, because everybody else has Shard upgraded already.
Okie dokie. Oh, hang on, LGD coming down bottom again. PYW, Ogre Totem, not going to give him the distance he needed to get away from Kunkka. Immersion is beyond godlike on this Dark Willow. Racking up the kills and not falling, always protected by the Shadow Realm. Oh, Timado, is he fast enough with phase boots? No, he's not. But this does give them now the opportunity to go Roche.
And very interesting build from Tomato. 1 point in Torrent. He's like, okay, the stun duration is the same, lower cooldown. I don't care. I'll have some extra damage, extra stats instead. And speaking of interesting builds, not just the skill build, also item build. He does have the Fusel Blade going for Disperser next, so that's going to be some mana burn against Bristleback, but mostly damage and way of dispelling things and speeding things up.
Very cool, yeah. Forget Aghanim Scepter. Forget the Torrent Storms. Let's go raw damage. Get the big punches. Emo looking at a Manta Style for himself. Should coincide decently here with the Assault Cuirass of the Bristleback. Black Hole is ready for New now.
Double AC, same time. Nullified. Enemy AC.
Countered. Kasane. Does he get jumped? And he is the guy they want to try and catch and kill twice. PYW starting it off with a toss back onto his own skeletons. Realizing this is a pretty awkward fight, Niu jumps forward, forcing a stun out of Kasane. Wraith King still alive, finally, first death. And now Niu just going to go straight into Black Hole the Wraith King. Why the hell not? Look to kill him off. They didn't get the snowball save. Whitemon now trapped inside. Shiro just whacking away at them. But look at these Wraiths and the damage from Bryle. Backstabbing in to kill off Niu. And why you smile? Yule's in the air. The Bristleback sent skyward's going to land down and meet his demise. It looks like as he's 1v3. PYW trying to fight back and defend him. Bryle dropping low. The Quill Sprays. They're stacking up. Oh, hang on a second. Bryle, the Shackle
Shackle didn't
connect.
connect.
He doesn't connect it on the Tiny. How did that happen? He's going to die now with the Aegis gone and a blink across the torrent. Gets PYW away. Tomato. Don't know if he can chase this one all the way to the Dire base. PYW in the trees, TPs, and he's home.
Not a bad fight for LGD, but you can see some of the damage, like some of the control lacking. This time around, Black Hole onto one hero only. Again, Wraith King, he's dying. Like, they understand that he needs to die first, so these Wraiths can't be there for another, like, 7 seconds, causing issues. He would definitely love. Good attempt, though from Whitemon to get him through the Black Hole, but not enough. That's very, very difficult to execute. Like, it needs to be frame perfect, pretty much. And then Bristleback almost dying. This is also Bristleback without a Bloodstone, so it doesn't have that survivability.
Yeah. So why is that? Is it because of the Spirit Vessel? He didn't feel like Bloodstone would be as effective, or? Probably.
Maybe he wants to scale, go more like right-click oriented damage. Does have Paladin and Sword, which is okay-ish, gives him some, but, you know, it's not a Bloodstone by any means.
Gotcha.
You can see the itemization that he's going for, having Satanic in his quick buy. LGD will smoke. They got him one more time.
Yeah. I mean, this is how you got to do it. Kill Kasane, kill him twice, make sure he's
Niu has Black
deader
Hole.
than dead. Niu looking for it, just Black Hole straight in onto the Wraith King. Hey, Bryle in towards the back, but the Invis Niu gonna get punched up into the air, and Kasane's still alive there. Shiro with PYW looking to blow him up, and the Wraith King's dead. Finally falls. Immersion with a Terrorize, sending the Bristleback away as Emo's getting whacked by this Wraith King illusion. Nearly dies, but Bryle's the target of choice now. Good torrent. Holds back the Bristleback, but PYW finds another angle. Gets the jump, the kill is there, and LGD striking back with 2 core kills.
Okay, Tundra needs to back up Wraith King immediately. Show him on lane one more time and be behind PYW. He's not done. This is a big kill. Massive. 1,300 gold for PYW.
Holy shit, look at that.
Sitting on 4,000 gold, so that's going to be an extra save coming out. He has Yule Scepter on position for Tiny. You want to buy Wind Waker because you can get out of trouble. Someone gets focus fired, X marked. So eventually he will get it. And now they're pushing the high ground. Again, having the lower cooldown on that Black Hole, thanks to Quickening Charm and Doctrine Core, I guess they got surprised a little bit.
I mean,
Yule Scepter getting delivered? No mana for it.
Is he up high ground? Was he in? Is he in fog? You can see him
Healing
either.
Lotus. If he popped the Healing Lotus, 125 would have enough. But
maybe, yeah.
Oof.
I mean, PYW's been my MVP the last 10 minutes. You know, he had a pretty hard early game, right? 20-minute Blink Dagger. Difficult to find openings, but he has been the recovery method for LGD through this game. He's the guy tossing back Kasane. He's looking for the openings, finding the openings.
Seems like they're gonna go for Block of Cheese. I see 11 Lotuses on Jakiro, locked in his inventory.
Another one.
And 2 on PYW.
Get those Lotuses up and running. Well, tier 4 items. Oh, here we go. Ninja Gears. They're the big ones. Keep yourself obscured on the map. So Tomato and
Speaking of
Niu.
big ones, Emo just found Spell Prism and finished off his Octarine Core.
Ooh.
In the previous fight, there was a slightly early grave on Niu. I guess he got a little too scared that he's going to get punched by Tusk, Focus Fire from Wind Ranger. That deals a lot of damage, sitting at almost 300 at the moment with the Focus Fire, Enchanted Quiver, so he could die relatively easily. Niu trying to find that farm. Go for Black Hole, double Black Hole with the Refresher.
Oh, that's super tense game. Both squads really grouping up and holding hands together. They don't want
LGD
to...
has been playing extremely well last 5-10 minutes, going for Raid King every single time. Kasane, like his item progression, did really stop in the last few minutes. Those 3 deaths that he had really slowed him down.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
LGD, a concerted effort up towards top. Rainbow TPs from Tundra coming across to match the move. Watcher taken, observer wards placed, and Shiro on the front lines, just facing off against this tier 2. Tundra wrapping around in behind, though. Oh, who are they going to find?
Dazzle,
Oh, the
he baited him.
illusion.
Emo.
Oh, Emo, the Dazzle illusion. Oh, you cheeky bastard. What have you done? And now Tundra, they're just going to run. You can't find an opening now. Just go split, cut waves, get the hell out of here. And LG, they're going to use this opportunity to go high ground. They're pushing tier 3.
LGD wants it. That's a lot of damage. Bristleback sitting at almost 500.
Are they going to stop this? They're going to come back and deal with the Bristleback in a second. Where's the
Another
opening?
backstab from Tundra.
Oh, but look at the sentry wards down. They see the Jakiro, the Black Hole straight on the Wind Ranger. They know the Broiler's all alone. Just Black Hole him up. He's turned into a Wraith, but he's dead. Why are you smart turning and fighting Kasane now with the Bristleback frontlining for the rest of LGD? He's dropping low on this Bristle, though. Hey, Shiro.
As buyback
is
is
up.
necessary. Gonna use
They've
it.
got the heals, the saves. Shiro staying alive. Needs a little bit more to keep him up and running, but he's died. They've got buybacks out of Tundra. Wind Ranger did come back in here, but LGD, 4 heroes down. A tragic fight for them after what started so well.
They also lost the gem. As long as they lock this Dazzle, if they can just stun lock him, he's gonna die. There's no real other save other than like Black Hole. Maybe Tiny could come in handy, but if they focus him, he's gonna die.
Oh,
That's a good bait.
8
Even
out
using
of 8.
Terrorize, using both, pretty much used everything, but then again, took them long enough, and seems like Raid King with the Aghanim Scepter, he's a better version of Dazzle, because it's guaranteed.
Yeah, everybody gets saved. Everybody's up and running. Yeah, very important that Kasane did step up there, right, to make the Wraith of the Wind Ranger,
Yes.
so she could do a little bit more damage, and then you're fighting forward with your Kunkka as well. And back into the live game, we've got the racks being taken by Tundra in the top lane. Very quickly out on the map, moving into mid, and bottom lane pushed as well. 3 lanes trending in towards LGD's side of the map, into their base.
Well, these are 40-minute waves, all had catapults, double catapults available. They just lost 2 set of barracks. They're gonna go for the 3rd.
Yeah, might be Mega Creeps. Tundra, Discipline. Yule Scepter from Tiny, PYW. And that was his Yule Scepter. The first one wasn't his. Still has a 4 staff if he needed to get over the shards, but Tundra will use this opportunity just to disengage. Shadowblade now for the Wind Ranger. We're going to have multiple silver edges to contend with the Bristleback.
That's gonna be a huge problem, having multiple Invis heroes. LGD lost the gem, and you have limited amount of sentries. So, playing against Wind Ranger with Aghanim Scepter, Shadowblade. Now Wind Waker also available on Immersion.
Ooh, the Radiant Scan. Oh, they found the Enigma. That's a huge one. They're straight on top of New. The BKB's up. The Ice Path, Macro Pyre, Black Hole in as well. But New's taking too much physical damage. Dies through his BKB. Shiro with his own one, shiny and golden, but he's just got to turn and run. PUIW left stranded. LGD down a hero. And Tundra with a free run at this dire base now. Gonna take down a few of them.
This might be the game. Like, they just used the Black Hole. He doesn't have buyback, needs 60 gold. Everybody's buying back. Even if he comes back, there's not gonna be Black Hole available. Roshan, next on the menu for Tundra. They don't need to rush anything. This is 3rd Rosh, Aghanim Scepter, Cheese, and Aegis. So go in, take it. Heroes are gonna have a hard time dying. Also, Wind Waker that we mentioned on Immersion, that's gonna be their save during the Black Hole.
This just really has been a very, very good, clear indicator of how good Tundra are. Great draft, great itemization. There's been a lot of things that LGD have done right through this game. Lots of great initiations, team fights, picking their moments. But it's felt like Tundra have had answers every step of the way. And it's this adaptation of the bristleback, right? Knowing he's against these silver edge carriers, going for this more right-click, not focused on the cool spray build. Does have a satanic now, so it can potentially stand and fight. But it is heavily reliant, LGD's game plan, heavily reliant on black holes from New. If not entirely reliant on a big black hole from New.
Pretty much. They need some magic. New trying to farm up his refresher. I think he's in a territory where they're hunting his career. Dead. Refresher. Recipe gone. Oof.
Oh,
that's expensive. I think in this situation, you sell your bracer, maybe even sell Hand of Midas and buy double cornucopia. Because you might have one more chance.
One more shot. One more opportunity. Tundra. Whitemon. Blinks onto Why You Smart and kicks him out of the base. Straight into the waiting arms of Kasane. A little riptide there. Going to bring Shiro down. Tidal wave even as he forced the BKB. The black hole's in from New. Wraith King Wind Ranger caught up inside, but you were called it. There's the Wind Waker to save up Braille. Nullifier comes too late, and New's Enigma dropping lower, even through the grave, dying and drifting, forced after away. He is alive, but not for much longer. Spirit Vessel's on him, and the snowball comes in.
Oh, he almost saved him.
5 at a time. They've saved up New's Enigma. He's still alive. Smokes up with the ninja gear. Jakiro, the only one to die somehow.
Ooh, big plays coming out from Nemo. He had 11 bad Juju stacks on him. Used all of his HP to lower the cooldown and save New.
I can't believe he survived that. But now there's no black hole. One lane of barracks remaining. Tusk is dead for a minute. There's a 4v4 outside his dire base, but Tundra don't want to go rushing into things just yet.
They will have one more chance. New needs his courier. Does have enough gold to buy double cornucopia. So refresher, double BKB.
It's so tense, man.
Can they do it one more time, Gary? They managed to make a comeback. 30k gold deficit in this first game. Second one, the chances are much slimmer.
Yeah, can they do what? Can they take it to 70 minutes? Can they make me go crazy? What are they doing one more time? Some wild stuff.
Let's see.
Tornado, DD, Bryle, bounties. Kunkka has gobbled up some Aghanim's goodies. Shard and Scepter there, so we've got a tidal wave and the torrent storm. And really right now the only indicator, the only marker that really matters, for me anyway, is black hole, 10 seconds cooldown, green light about to come back up here for LGD, and you've been calling that refresher orb nearly available for New as well.
Yeah, the thing is his career is dead for 20. He also needs to send his career somewhere. They already killed it. Might need to send it to enemy secret shop.
Oh, that's nice. X-Mark, Whitemon jumps and kicks back. Shiro, BKB's up. Has to be defensive. Run back into his base, but now he is susceptible to being caught. Another little tidal wave there, but it's just dazzle illusions for now. As Tundra tentatively poking at this bottom lane. And Tiny's out on the map trying to cut waves, it looks like, but they know they need him to return and play. Defend the base, defend the Ancient, finish off your Wind Waker and come back. Does anybody have any smokes left? Is it just down to ninja gears at this point?
Ninja gear on Enigma. He's smoked. Just sold his bracer. Courier is going back to the enemy shop.
That's an illusion. Fake hype. Sorry, my apologies. I thought it was real. Wraith King going refresher himself. Just imagine Kasane with double reincarnation.
Regeneration.
Kunkka with refresher as well. They want to go in. X-Mark, tag team, punch.
Force staff.
Pull him back.
Save with Grave. PYW, Avalanche and Wind Waker. The boat lands on Shiro. BKBs are spent. New popped his and refreshers delivered. This is really tense. I'm curling my toes. I'm on the edge of my seat because it's like Tusk is blinking and kicking people back. Tiny can blink and toss people back. There's refresher black hole ready. where both teams are just standing on the opposite edges of this deep, dark chasm of despair, just waiting for someone to make the first jump, make the first move.
Tundra has so many ways of displacing people. Shard on Kunkka, now with the punch, kick available, and also terrorize, so they can choose how they want to take a fight. They try to pull off this X mark into kick combo, and then pull him back. BKB on Neo, 24 seconds.
Lincoln's up for the Wind Ranger. Putting it over onto Whitemon. 2 lanes pushing in very hard as those super creeps come into play. And that's where Tundra are trying to sit. Right up on that top lane. LGD shove out bottom.
If they're looking at the creeps, they should know. And someone's pinging it out because you can see the AC aura.
Another kickback. Another force staff. Why you smile? They can't save him with the Wind Waker this time. Brambles on the tiny. PYW can't get the toss back he would want, so Okisil totem in the grave. Back to safety, but you're right, he's X back into the Torrent Storm. Another grave
Wind
from
Waker's
Emo.
available.
I don't think you save him, and look at that tidal wave. Pulls Emo down to the low ground. Dazzle's stuck here and surrounded. He's killed and forced to buy back, but no Tiny, no Jakiro is down to Dazzle, Bristle, but more importantly, Enigma. Can we have some big black holes here from New? He's no longer smoked. He's spotted out by Tundra, and they are being very patient, positioning themselves away from LGD.
Really expensive buybacks, but New couldn't find an opportunity. They know, Tundra does know that it's all about the black hole. If they don't get caught by black hole, 4 of them, I feel like this one's in the bag. They could just keep doing what they're doing. Some poke damage onto tier 3 towers.
Yeah, slowly but surely. Kasane, just be a little careful with all these quill sprays stacking up on you. And Bryle on that left side, he's under a sentry, right? Under a couple of dire sentries. He comes in to finish off the tier 3 tower. And Whitemon looking at Shiro here with a break from the Silver Edge. Half HP, but a black hole from New comes in hot. Shiro turns to fight. Kasane dropping low. They're trying to get Tomato into the back lines of the team fight as New. Can he refresh? Can he be graved up and saved up? He doesn't have a refresh anymore. There's no black hole. There's nothing for New to do here. He's just stuck, graved, but he's still alive. The Dazzle keeping him up and running. Finally, Kasane
save him one more time. Another grave.
Save him 3 more times. 4 more times.
Emo has no HP.
Got that kick away. Finally, Whitemon removes Enigma from the fight. Kasane trying to deal with Shiro here as they back up as LGD get up the staircase and away from Tundra. Another kickback. Oh, don't mind if I do. Let's kill this Bristle with ease. Immediate buyback from Shiro as Emo, he's hexed up Whitemon here with the poison touch, and a little bit of tickle damage will take him down.
Again, super expensive buybacks. While all this was happening, they lost both tier 4 towers. Again, catapults in their base. Now the throne is exposed. Emo doing his best. Like he's you have to be, the Tinker spammer to be able to play Dazzle at this level. I see, again, 12, 13 bad Juju stacks down to 0 HP pretty much. If he gets hit by 1 power shot, he's dead. Because he's using all of his HP to reduce the cooldown and try to save Neo.
Oh, that's insane. I just, that was like 16,000 damage or something from the Dazzle. Nutty numbers being put up by Emo.
You also deal damage while just doing all of that, so...
Whew. And now it's Roche time. Let's move across the map, shall we? 20 seconds.
20 seconds.
Radiant are scanning.
Which Roche? Is this 3rd Roche now? Second Roche?
No, it's 5th.
4th Roche?
5th Roche, I think.
7th Roche? Oh, PYW and New just back goal. They've caught the Wind Ranger. Bryle, he turned into a little piggy. Can they finish him off in time inside the Midnight Pulse? They absolutely can. Burnt to a crisp. Wind Ranger into Wraith mode. Dead. And buyback is available. Tusk has already spent his, and a refresh from New, looking for the second initiation. Kasane, the one to be caught. Whitemon's jumped in aggressively. Torrent Storm's annoying here for the Bristleback to stick around. First life down, the Wraith King falls. PYW on the run from the north.
Ready to jump.
Back. Another tidal wave in. New is still looking for his opportunity.
Wanted Wind Ranger, didn't get it.
There's not black hole there. Just a Midnight Pulse and a Malefice, giving them now the opportunity to Roche.
Someone needs to defend the base. Your throne is exposed. Eventually, you'll need to TP Roshan down to half HP. Someone will need to defend this. It's going to be Jakiro.
You've got to come back and do it. Why You Smile will come back to base. Wind Waker from the Dark Willow. Timado in. Tidal Wave across. He just grabbed. He takes it up. Kills it off.
Everything.
And LGD get nothing from this. Bristleback is broken. Refresh from Timado. Aegis used up. First life gone, but look at New on the right-hand side. Taken out by Broil. Beautifully done as Emo and Shiro. It's all down to them, but they're stuck in this Roche pit, surrounded by Tundra. Broil with a double kill, and Timado clears up.
And they're going to call it. GG's are dropped, they know. They have no business left in this game. Unfortunately for LGD, they did not have, maybe they needed this Jakiro to land an Ice Path so Timado can steal all of that.